Yeah, we are back. Back for you cottonmouth assholes who hating on me. We just got done talking about Joe Burrow and why he shouldn't be offering any opinions on a Pro Bowl and how to fix it. That was just stupid. And then the Raiders. The Raiders didn't take a quarterback, but they have a great tight end that they got from the University of Georgia, and they've got other positions shored up. And I'm sure Antonio Pierce is going to turn that defense around with Marvin Lewis also in the coaching room. So, yeah, congratulations to him. Now, we're going to go further west. And we're going to go to the NFC, where Brandon Aiyuk is going dark Brandon on the 49ers, and I love it. Now, that's my headline. It's not CBS Sports' headline, but Cody Benjamin, he's got a piece out on it. Now, for the guys who've been down with us from the beginning, we've covered the fall of the 49ers on our channel extensively. Everything from the blame game to torch the DC, to torch the defensive coordinator. For those who don't know, when we say DC, defensive coordinator, to Kyle Shanahan repeatedly choking in Super Bowls, him being this generation's Mark Levy, and Brandon Aiyuk demanding a long-term deal and upper management refusing to budge. Now, this was back in, it's July now. Damn, we've been talking about this since February. That's crazy. We've been talking about this since February. After the Super Bowl, when they started making all these cuts and they started being a trash organization, and they were blaming people because Kyle Shanahan choked again, unfittingly. However, Brandon Aiyuk had been asking for a long-term deal then. And then they kicked the can and they didn't have to go ahead and give him anything. And they was like, oh yeah, we'll get it done by the summer in June. Damn, we've been on it that long? Wow. Well, the two sides don't appear close to a long-term contract agreement. However, Aiyuk continues to tease potential relocations by sharing him looking at footage reviewing the Washington Commanders practice. I love every bit of this. Folks, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned labor dispute. See, Aiyuk is under contract with the 49ers through the rest of this year. Here's the dirty little secret. If he plays and his year isn't as productive as last year, they can really lowball him on his money going into negotiations. And we'll go ahead and talk about the rest of this dirty little secret when we get back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Yes, Little Caesars, Pizza. Download the app, order online, or visit the good folks at the local Little Caesars, Pizza. So when we left off, we were talking about how if Brandon Aiyuk plays football this year and he isn't as productive as last year, then the 49ers would have the leverage going into negotiations. However, if he stays on the sideline and he doesn't play and he uses that as his leverage, the 49ers have to come to a deal giving him a king's ransom to stay in the Bay. Stay put, young man. Don't pay until they play. Don't play until they pay. You know what? That was a Jesse Jack. Keep hope alive. That was straight up Jesse Jackson. Don't play until they pay. Hippity hoppity. Shout out to Jesse Jackson, yo. All right. Now, Aiyuk, remember, specifically identified the Commanders as a preferred landing spot in the event he and the San Francisco 49ers can't come to terms on a new deal. But why Washington? Yeah, what's in Washington? Because his numbers would explode in the Cliff Kingsbury offense. That's why, duh. He put up 75 receptions, 7 TDs, along with 1,342 yards in Shanascam's offense. He dwarfed those numbers with the Commanders if he ended up there. In a business where perception is reality, in a business where perception is reality, he could get 2 max contracts out of Cliff Kingsbury's system. Also, throwing the fact that Jaden Daniels is back there throwing the ball. Yeah. And who was he on a live talking to back in May? Jaden Daniels. You see that? See how that works? Real journalism. Dum 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 dum. Reading and comprehension. Dum 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 dum. Not making shit up. Read between the lines. Dum 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 dum. We're gonna take a quick 20 from a rap album we've been promoting for free because we just want everybody to enjoy good hip hop, good music. Roll it, Spot. Yes. Chris Webby, Lost Wednesdays, the demos, in stores now. Get it where you legally cop music at Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. Lost Wednesday, the demos by Chris Webby, in stores now. My personal favorites on there, Sky High with Xander. I love Code 45. I love Survivor, Elbow Grease, Bottomless Cup, and Supposed to Be. I love those. I mean, I listened to those. I actively was listening to those this morning, having my coffee. So straight up to them. Also, look out for the Beat Miners, Evil D, and them. And we're going to go ahead and start promoting that because we like that LP too. I like that project. It's just like a cipher tape back in the day. So yeah, Chris Webby, Lost Tapes, in stores now. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's get back into this. So here you have Benjamin. He's laying out 3 trade examples, and you tell me, are you buying or are you selling it? So the number one, the Commanders get the wide receiver. They're looking for Brandon Aiyuk. The 49ers get a 2025 first round pick. Aiyuk by himself probably worth a touch more than a first rounder. If that being the case, sir, then why would you even promote this? Again, the young folks will call this talking out the side of your ass, Benjamin. And I like this piece. The Philadelphia Eagles, for example, so we threw an example in the middle of this, sent a first round and a third round to Tennessee Titans for A.J. Brown in 2022. And unlike Brown at the time, Aiyuk is coming off a career year. So why would this even be a parallel example? Oh my God. The Brown deal occurred during the draft, however, and the Commanders aren't in dire need of a splashy, upgraded wide receiver because, wait for it, they got Terry McLaurin. What? And I know who he is, but for the masses of people who don't know who he is, and for fantasy football, jock straps, they probably know who he is. Just like, what? Terry McLaurin? What? But for the masses of people, they hit you with that Conor McGregor. You know, who the fuck is that guy? What was you thinking? In this example, what was you thinking? Oh my God. Couple that with the 49ers owning more leverage than Aiyuk in contract talks and securing a day one pick via trade may actually be considered for a major San Francisco victory. Yeah, none of that made any sense. We just picked apart that whole thing. None of that made any sense. Let's see if he can do better in proposal number 2. The Commanders, they get Aiyuk. 49ers get wide receiver De'Ami Brown, 2025 second round pick, and a 2025 fourth round pick. In this scenario, the 49ers don't net a coveted first rounder, but they secure what figures to be a relatively high draft day 2 selection. Plus a fourth rounder, they'd give them a grand total of 6 picks in the first 4 rounds of the 2025 draft. Brown isn't really a needle mover. Then why would you want him? If he's not a needle mover, why would you want him? After 3 underwhelming NFL seasons, but the former North Carolina prospect has specific traits. He does. Blocking, aggression, deep speed that could translate quickly to Kyle Shanahan's offense, providing rotational depth behind Deebo Samuels, Jawan Jennings, and rookie first-rounder Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Doesn't make any sense. That one falls flat. None of these are working so far. No, now we bring the Broncos in. The people who are still paying Russell Wilson $80 million to play football in Pittsburgh. Yeah, we're going to involve those guys and Sean Payton, who's quarterback strapped and who refers to those dudes as feral animals, wild dogs, and mutts. So yeah, bring those guys in. And they would get wide receiver Jamison Crowder, Washington, a 2025 third round pick. They don't have any. The Commanders get wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk, and the 49ers will get Cortland Sutton from Denver. None of that works either. Again, I don't know what it is about these dudes. They have so many bad things going on in these organizations where they can just say anything that makes no damn sense. And he's talking out the side of his ass. Why, if I'm paying Russell Wilson $80 million, why would I give away Sutton? That's my only weapon. That's my only productive guy. Even in the P's, he admits that into this third proposal. Yeah, when he says this, and I quote, while Sean Payton may not prefer the part that his club must accomplish wideout, he could also use more resources for the long term to build around quarterback Bo Nix. So you don't even believe the shit that you selling, sir. Look, Brandon, keep going dark, Brandon. Keep doing you. Remember, in the words of Jesse, don't play until they pay. That's all I gotta say. In the bay. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. No. We got to get out of this rhyming phase, yo. It's us. We'll be back. Shout out to us.